Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and today I'm going to do another review. Today's review I'm going to do is of last night's WrestleMania pay-per-view. And as you know, of course, last night was WrestleMania 27, and in my opinion, it was an okay WrestleMania, but not great though. So, like I always do, I'm going to tell you the matches that were fought, and I'm going to give my review on what I thought of the match. And the first match that was fought was Edge versus Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship. And this match, it was okay. There was a lot of back and forth action, and it's the same thing. And Edge was going after Alberto Del Rio for a couple of weeks now, because Del Rio challenged him to a match at WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Del Rio was saying, at WrestleMania, I'm going to defeat you and take the World Heavyweight Championship back, to him. And yeah, but Edge won this match with the spear, and he pinned Del Rio 1, 2, 3, and Edge still retains the World Heavyweight Championship. But it was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it. I'm sorry, I'm just reading the results off my computer here, so if I go like that, that means I'm reading it off my computer. The next match is Cody Rhodes versus Rey Mysterio, and Cody Rhodes has been after Rey Mysterio since January, when Rey broke Cody Rhodes' nose with his knee brace, and they were at odds for a couple of months. And this match, it was okay, but in my opinion, I think it was the best match of the night. Because there was a lot of back and forth action, and at the end of the match, Cody Rhodes pinned Rey Mysterio 1, 2, 3, because he used the knee brace, and he used Rey's knee brace to hit Rey Mysterio, and he also did the crossroads, which is the signature move of Cody Rhodes, and pinned him 1, 2, 3, and Cody Rhodes won. And I liked Rey Mysterio's clothes in this match. He dressed up in a Captain America style costume, and it was really cool. But overall, it was an okay match, and in my opinion, probably the best match of the night. Well, that's in my opinion. And the next was the 8-man tag team match. It was the Core versus Kane, Big Show, Santino Marella, and Kofi Kingston. And Kofi Kingston took the place of Vladimir Kozlov, because Kozlov was attacked by the Core. And this match, it was a pretty fast one. You had Santino Marella, Kane, and Kofi Kingston going out and beating up the rest of the Core, and then I think it was Kane who pinned Wade Barrett, and then he pinned him 1, 2, 3, and Santino Marella, Big Show, Kane, and Santino Marella and Kofi Kingston won the match. And yeah, it was a pretty fast match. It wasn't a lot of action in this match, but yeah, it was mostly let's jump all over the Core and all like that. But yeah, it was a pretty fast match. I thought it was okay, but it wasn't the greatest match of the night. And the next was CM Punk versus Randy Orton, and this was a pretty good match. Of course, CM Punk was talking about Orton, at how like 2 years ago he Randy Orton punted CM Punk, and now, CM Punk wanted revenge, and so they made this match for WrestleMania, and it was pretty good, and, great wrestling from, CM Punk and Randy Orton. Oh, Randy Orton's one of my favorite wrestlers. And at the end of the match, Randy Orton won, but it was a pretty good match. I liked it though. It was good. And then the next one was the Michael Cole versus Jerry Lawler match with Stone Cold as the special guest referee and Jack Swagger was at ringside. Now, clearly, I hate Michael Cole. Or as I would call him, Michael Dickhead Cole. He thinks he's so cocky and all, like he's all that in the WWE. And he says he's the official voice of the WWE, which I don't think that. I think JR is the official voice of the WWE, or even Jerry Lawler. Who knows? But in my opinion, it's not Michael Cole. And, Michael Cole in this match, he made a fool out of himself. He made a stupid fool out of himself. And I hated this guy since NXT first started. Because then, he's going all out and talking shit about Daniel Bryan. And, he's talking shit about John Morrison and all like that. But I know it's a character. I know he's a heel character. And, I've heard somewhere that people say he's, when he's not in character, he's an asshole in real life. Because one person I saw posted, like, he wrote something on his Twitter page and said, he was calling Josh Matthews a faggot and insulting gay people and all like that. But, yeah, it proves it. But though, this match, I want to get into the match though. I don't want to talk about him anymore. This Michael Cole thing. And I'm sick of his commentary. Because it's so annoying. And, Jerry Lawler and, when he's on Raw, they're sick of it. And then, on SmackDown, Booker T and Todd Grisham or Josh Matthews are sick of it also. But, yeah, I want to get into this match. Enough talking about Michael Cole. It was a pretty funny match. You had Cole making a fool out of himself with the headgear and the orange, T-shirt and all like that. And then you had Jerry Lawler there, and it was pretty funny at the end of the match with Stone Cold, stunning Jack Swagger, and it was funny when Jerry Lawler put the ankle lock on Michael Cole. And this would have been a classic match. This would have been a classic match if it wasn't for the WWE writers who screwed Jerry Lawler, and because they wrote the Raw Anonymous general manager reversed it and said Michael Cole won by disqualification, and so Jerry Lawler got disqualified, and then Michael Cole won the match. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Why would you do that? Jerry Lawler won fair and square, and it was a submission move. If anybody's in a submission move, if they tap, they win. So what the hell? And at the end of the match, Jerry Lawler threw Josh Matthews in the ring because Josh Matthews read what the Raw general manager said, and Stone Cold stunned him. And then Booker T came in the ring, and he was partying with Jerry Lawler and Stone Cold. And then, Booker T did his famous spinneroonie, and then Stone Cold stunned him. That was really funny. But anyways, it was a okay match, but at the end of the match, it wasn't the greatest. I mean, this match could have been a classic, in my opinion. Then the next was the Undertaker versus Triple H in a no-holds-barred match. I have to say, in my opinion, this is the second best match of the night. You had a lot of good wrestling from both really great superstars, both future Hall of Famers that will one day be inducted. And because I thought, in my opinion, I thought Triple H was going to break the streak, because there was a lot of pinfalls and a lot of the signature moves, and it was really amazing that Triple H did 3 pedigrees to Undertaker, and then Undertaker just kicked out of both of them, and it was really shocking though. And then you had Triple H doing the Tombstone Pile Driver, which was really shocking also, and then Undertaker kicked out of that. I was like, what? And then at the end of the match, Undertaker wins with his submission move, which was Hell's Gate, and Triple H took out the sledgehammer, and then he was in the submission, Undertaker's submission move, and then he started tapping though, and Undertaker won the match. But it was a really good match. I think it's as good as both the Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels WrestleMania matches at WrestleMania 25 and at last year's WrestleMania. But it was pretty good. And then the next one was the 6-person tag team match. It was Late Cool and Dolph Ziggler versus John Morrison, the famous Trish Stratus, the best diva that was ever in WWE, and also Snooki from that god-awful piece of shit Jersey Shore show. No offense to anyone who likes Jersey Shore. I mean, if you like it, that's fine. But I don't see how people could like it, though. I mean, I see no point. But this was a fast match, though. And, it was great seeing Trish Stratus in the ring again, wrestling. And she's the new host of Tough Enough, which is returning tonight after Raw. And then Snooki did like some backflips, and she did like a backflip on Michelle McCool to score the pin. And so John Morrison, Trish Stratus, and Snooki won the match. But it was a pretty fast match. I mean, it was enjoyable though. But I'm not a fan of Snooki or Jersey Shore, because I hate Jersey Shore, like I said. And then the final match, the main event, was The Miz versus John Morrison for the WWE Championship. Oh no, excuse me. Yeah, it was The Miz versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. This match, it was pretty good. It was a lot of back and forth action and great wrestling from The Miz and John Cena. And John Cena's entrance was really good, because he had like, gospel singers and all like that. But at the end of the match, there was it was a draw, because they both did a move on. They both did a move behind the security, or over the security hole, like where the fans sit and all like that. So the match was a draw. But then The Rock came out and made it a no disqualification match, and and then The Rock got involved in the match, and he started doing his vintage moves on The Miz, and he did the people's elbow on The Miz and all like that. And he gave John Cena the rock bottom, which is really, really good, and pretty funny though, because he is in my opinion, one of the greatest wrestlers in WWE that was in the 90s, and he's right up there with Stone Cold Steve Austin, in my opinion, as like I said, one of the great wrestlers of the 90s in the WWE. But it was a pretty good match. I liked it, and there was a lot of celebrity cameos at this WrestleMania. You had you actually had 2 though. It wasn't a lot though. You had well, for one, you had Snooki though, and you had Snoop Dogg was in it, and Paul Rubens as Pee Wee Herman was in it also, and it was pretty cool. And then you had Mae Young in it, WWE Hall of Famer Mae Young, and yeah, it was pretty good, you know, seeing them there and coming out for WrestleMania. So yeah, so anyways, that's it for my review of last night's WrestleMania pay-per-view. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all liked this review. Don't forget, tonight's at 8, it's the WWE Hall of Fame, which was taped last Saturday, and it's airing tonight. And at 9 o'clock, it's, you know, it's WWE Raw from 9 o'clock to 11:05, and then from 11:05 to 12:05, it's the return of Tough Enough, and you know, it's going to feature Stone Cold and Trish Stratus as the hosts. And yeah, it's worth watching tonight if you're a WWE fan. And one thing that was strange is that this WrestleMania didn't even have a Money in the Bank match, which is really strange, because from WrestleMania 21, which was the first one to have the Money in the Bank match, to last year's WrestleMania, they all had Money in the Banks. And for some reason, WWE didn't have it this year. There was no qualifying matches or nothing, which is kind of weird. I think it's the only WrestleMania since WrestleMania 21 they have not had a Money in the Bank match. But hopefully next year they have one. So anyways, thank you all for watching this review. Like I said, I hope you liked it. And until the next video, which will probably be a review of the movie Paul, which I saw yesterday, and you know, stay tuned for my review of that. And so I'll see you all later. Bye.